college, I learned about gender nonconformity and sex ed, as well as just the fact that you can be queer, because I had always been queer and it was something that I didn't feel comfortable within myself until I left my immediate surroundings and was in places that I felt like I could be that person and explore those parts of myself safely.
I wish sex ed was more informative in terms of the emotions that are attached to sex, not just the insertion of a penis in a vagina, a pregnancy, the 9-month course, a menstrual cycle, hormones. Like, it sounds like a lot, but we learn that stuff from ourselves. We grow up from firsthand experience. Some people go through the hormones and the changes before sex ed is even presented, so it's like not new information.
Do it when you want to do it. Because sometimes, even as a guy, I know a lot of women think guys we're just ready to have sex at any point in time, but sometimes I really don't want to be having sex. It's like, but I feel like, we went out in my place now. I have to, like, you know what I mean? If not, how do I tell you I like you or tell you I want to see you again? What do you think of how much of a man I am or how confident I am? But it has nothing to do with confidence a lot of times. It's just sometimes I don't really want to. Just the same way I guess a lot of women don't. But I feel like as guys, we don't give ourselves that benefit to be able to say, oh, I don't want to right now. I want to later, And a lot of guys think that, but I think just because it's not a conversation piece when you're with your friends to say, oh yeah, I was with this girl and I liked her, but I just didn't want to hook up with her, or I didn't want to make it physical at this point,
Sex ed curriculum is very much based around, it almost seems religious influenced by religion. It's got, abstinence is key, and then they talk about safe sex, but there's this massive part of it that's fear-mongering, like, if you have sex, you're going to get this crazy disease, and check out this book of all the terrible diseases. It's just like, that sticks with somebody as they go through life, and they're like, okay, if I have sex, I'm going to die, or I'm going to have this crazy, weird looking penis because I had sex once. And there's not really that positive part around sex. Like, sex is great and it can be safe and fun and exciting, and this is how you should take care of yourself.
If you're not able to express clearly what it is you want and like during sexual intercourse, you will never fully enjoy it. And if you are not with someone that is able to take in that information and not be offended by it, then maybe you guys are not in a good enough space to even be having sexual intercourse. If consent was incorporated into the sex ed curriculum, I think I would have noticed red flags before I ended up in a closed room. And especially when it comes to disability too, I would know that it's okay to need different things in chosen sexual environments as a result of my disability, because I felt so much shame for not being able to do certain things because I'm having a bad day with dizziness, or I'm having a bad pain day, so I don't even want to be touched at all. And it has nothing to do with my actual desires, but it's just about my physical state. And having education around consent being more than just no means no, yes means yes, but a nuanced sort of approach about how it's ongoing and it can change, and that there's varying degrees of consent, I think would have been really beneficial.
For us, it was really important to walk out and say, this is our school, it's our education, it's our peers, and it's our curriculum, and we won't let you take it away from us, and we won't let you think that it's okay to take it away, because I think that there's this understanding with young people that we couldn't care less about politics or policies, but this really matters to us. This affects us. And even though I'm part of the graduating class, there were a lot of 9th graders and 10th graders there at the walkout, and they knew that it's their education at stake, and it's the education of our middle schoolers at stake. And a lot of us wish that we went into high school with a pretty decent education surrounding sex, sexuality, and identity, but we couldn't. So the least we could do is fight for the young ones now.